So good day everyone, my name is James Santiago Barca and I'm with my partner, Jill Cañeda. And today we will do a podcast about leadership communication. So, first things first, how are you, Jill?
I'm really fine. I'm doing fine. So fine.
What do you mean by fine? Fine with your life or education?
Definitely
try
not.
it.
I am fine with my life and what I'm doing right now, but when it comes to my academics, I don't think it's that fine because I'm taking a course that is medicine aligned, and as you know, that course is really hard and stressful. So it's been a challenging one for me. How about you?
Yeah, same. I feel you. I'm also taking a hard or difficult course. My course is, architecture, and I can feel that this course is really hard.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, moving on. So today we will be discussing about the importance of effective leadership communication with a scenario of where a leader showed too much patience, kindness, and understanding at first, but over time it was taken for granted by the members. So what are your experiences about leadership, Jill?
With your given scenario, I experienced that kind of leadership where I became too considerate to the point that my members did not took the responsibility seriously. They passed their outputs very late, and some of them are not right. And I was disappointed, I don't know, to myself or to them, because maybe I did not set enough boundaries in my team so that leads them to be so comfortable about their roles.
Wow, that is a big English sentences.
How about you? Do you have experiences something like that? Like where you've become too kind and patient toward your...
Oo, naka-experience na talaga ako niyan, Jill. Lalo na yung pinaka-recent namin na groupings, which is our research sa English. Where we are grouped by the teacher, but
your groupmates.
But ang kagrupo ko ay aking mga kaibigan din. So, tapos, ang pinakamalala, ako pa talaga ang naging leader. So, di ba na feel mo minsan na parang masakit sa puso mo na maging harsh sa mga kaibigan mo.
Yeah.
Lalo na sa mga task. So bilang kaibigan, magiging understanding ka talaga, di ba?
Yeah, totally get. But you need to set boundaries if you are the leader.
Ayan talaga.
But I do not recommend that kind of setup where you choose your friends to be your group members, because it is really not that easy.
Mahirap talaga. Kasi minsan parang i-consider mo na lang talaga yung mga mali nila. Di ba?
So I think that is one of the biggest lesson I've learned since then, that as you know that I'm always chosen to be a leader when it comes to grouping. So I really do experience that kind, and I really do not recommend getting your friends to be your group members, kasi mahirap talaga siya. Kasi you don't know what to prioritize, your friendship or you being a leader. But I think your friends should also understand their responsibilities naman.
Mahirapan kang mag-set ng boundaries kasi parang like comfortable ka lang sa kanila eh.
Yeah, but I think communication could fix that, because what is a leader if he or she cannot communicate through or towards his or her members, right?
Yes, tama.
So how did you communicate to them?
Ang first niyan ay before mangyari ang mga research namin or mga gawain namin, ay nag-set muna ako ng boundaries.
Like what?
Like sinabihan ko muna sila na this is a professional work para sa amin. May kailangan kaming goal, may kailangan kaming i-achieve, at may kailangan kaming tapusin.
Yes.
So, as a kanang friend din nila, understand ko naman na Like, kailangan natin maging kind sa isa't isa. Pero, as a leader din, kailangan ko din maging strict sa mga deadlines, sa mga tasks, sa mga kailangan gawin at kumpletuhin. So, ayun talaga ang inuna ko. Ang priority ko talaga ay yung like relationship namin mag-isa. Magkagrupo. Kasi, kailangan
Mag-isa?
as a group, magkagrupo.
Yeah.
Kailangan ko mag-set ng boundaries sa relationship namin as a magkakasama sa grupo at magkakaibigan sa totoong buhay. Para alam namin kung ano ba talaga yung goal namin, mga kailangan tapusin. So ayun.
Yes.
Sa'yo, paano mo ba inayos yung paano mo ba binigyan ng solusyon yung problema na yan?
As for me, my friends I chose my friends wisely. So I don't choose a friend who do not give enough attention to their studies and their academics. So yung sinasabi nilang pabaya sa grado, because I really don't like that kind of circle.
Kasi mahihila ka pa baba eh.
Yes, kasi they will influence you. So I suggest that you find a good circle of friends who's also academically inclined. And as for me, when it comes to that situation, ang ginagawa ko talaga is kinakausap ko din sila, same sa'yo, kinakausap ko sila beforehand na this is a group project and not it is not just about friendship, but it is about grades. So they really need to take their responsibility seriously, do their parts right, and yes.
So, ang suggestion ko lang talaga, ang lesson lang talaga ng podcast na ito ay maipakita na dapat ang mga gawain nyo as a leader ay i-lead ang mga kaibigan nyo pataas. Like, sa first place pa lang, magbigay na kayo ng way na makaka-focus sila sa friendship at sa goals na kailangan nyong gawin.
Yes, that's right. And as I said kanina, one piece of advice: choose your friends wisely and choose who you become friends with, or sino yung pipiliin mo na maging kagrupo nyo rin when it comes to academics, because it is really a different. And do not wag mong i-sobra yung kabaitan mo.
Wag talaga.
Set limit, kasi natitake for granted yan eh. If sobra, masama yung sobra, guys. So you should stay in the
Nasasayang
middle.
kasi aasa lang sila na ay hindi, okay lang to, hindi naman to siya magagalit, so gagawin ko na to ulit. Yan yung magiging mindset nila, di ba?
Yes, that's right, James.
Ikaw lang as a leader, mahihirapan ka talaga
Yeah.
yun. So ayun guys, thank you sa pag-listen ng aming podcast.
Thank you so much.
So again, I am James Vincentio Barca and this
I am Jill Cañada.
is the James and Jill podcast. Thank you guys.
Bye.